All right, we'll start with the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, looks like we have some recognition tonight.
We do. First we'll do Students of the Month for the high school. Mr. Meredith is here.
Thanks, we have two. We'll start with junior high. This student shown tremendous growth this year, especially this last month as we get ready for the Big I Learn summative test. The student works hard in the classroom and in athletics, just constantly getting better. And her teachers say she's a joy to have in class and constantly lifts the spirits of everyone around her. And our junior high student of the month is Briley Fix. I think I'll call you back up at the end. And then our high school student of the month. This last 9 weeks, he started an internship at the library in Shelbyville in the afternoons. I want to say thanks to Miss Dennison, used to be the librarian here, and she works in genealogy at the library, and she's really hooked him up with this. And I'd like to read a little bit of an email she sent to us about how great he's doing over there. So it's amazing how well he soaks up knowledge. He's great with the patrons, tries to help them. He caught on quickly on how to do research here and is so helpful with everyone looking for family history information. Today we explored our archives in the basement where he's very interested in the store of family Bibles we have dating back to the early 1800s. He did a search to connect a son and father who was in the Revolutionary War, helping a patron who's trying to get into the DAR, and helped me set up a room for a program in the evening. He seems like he really enjoys it coming here, and we really enjoy having him here. And he talks nonstop about it. He loves it there. And something personally he did for me, I enjoy the history of Southwestern a little bit. And I asked him, hey, if you get time, look into the schools, not just Flat Rock, Mount Auburn, and Hendrick, but see if there were other ones earlier on. So he did, and he brought me back a list and maps and everything from the 3 townships dating back into the 1800s of 34 different schools over time that he researched and whatnot. So high school student of the month, very proud of, and that's Ryan Wildman.
Thank you, Mr. Meredith. Next we'll have Mrs. Hale talk about Students of the Month for the elementary.
Okay, so for our April Students of the Month, we're going to start with in kindergarten with Mia Crum. And in first grade, we have Emma Campbell. In second grade, we have Cameron Simpson. In third grade, we have Ellison Spangler. In fourth grade, we have Celine Crum. In fifth grade, we have Ryder Hansford. And in sixth grade, we have Juliana Shell. Okay, if all of our students of the month want to come up for a picture.
Take a rant.
And we have one more, and he's not here tonight, but I just wanted to recognize Derek Pennell. He received the Indiana School Board Association Advanced Individual Award. It went out to 314 different school board members received excellent, it's from the Exemplary Governance Award that they received. It just deals with the amount of professional development they did through the ISBA. For his group, they had to do over 125 points or more. So just want to recognize Derek too for his efforts with ISBA last year. That's in 2025. So we give him a round of applause.
All right, this is a guilt-free pass. We want to go ahead and head out for the boring stuff. Thank you, guys. Thanks for coming, folks.
My mother she talked to this afternoon that they were driving exactly over. That's him. I just did his office. I was like, oh. They are ran the exact same time. That's what they talked about, was that they were dressed exactly alike. I was like, wait a minute, Paul's not leaving us either.
Yeah, he's leaving. Thanks for coming, Paul. Appreciate it.
Bye, Paul. He really? No.
All right, no agenda modification tonight. Is there any public comments? Hearing none. Send our claims.
Okay, we just have the approval of the minutes of the previous meeting. We need a motion and a second.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes.
I'll second.
All those in favor? 6-0.
Next, we have the approval of accounts payable vouchers. We need a motion and a second.
I'll make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
All those in favor? 6-0.
We're all anxious. Next, you have the financial report, the cafeteria account report. Do you have any questions over that?
Any discussion?
Nothing?
Good.
Okay. Going to new business. Acceptance of donations and grants. We'll do these together. First we have the donation from Mount Auburn Christian Church in the amount of $50 for the Spartan Food Pantry. We have donation from Mount Gilead Baptist Church in the amount of $300 for the Spartan Food Pantry. We have donation from Top Crop for FFA in the amount of $500 for FFA. And the donation from the Beta Phi chapter of Psi Iota Xi sorority for $50 for the elementary school.
Any discussion?
I'll make a motion to approve the donations.
I'll second.
All those in favor? 6-0.
Okay. Next, we have part of our construction project, recommendation to approve payment to Tecton Construction. This goes to Quality Plumbing and Heating in the amount of $33,253.25 for the HVAC project that we have started and will be completing this summer.
Any discussion?
I don't have any questions on the amount. Is there a chance that we could get some level of schedule for the summer? There's a lot of activities. There's just a lot of activities that go on around campus, and it'd be good to understand what engagement or interaction we'll need to have for watchouts.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I will think you have it. I'll resend it to you. I think it's in one of the, it's on the board packet drive that we have. It's,
Okay, I
I
don't
think
remember
there's
seeing
an
the
HVAC
schedule.
thing.
Okay.
I'll double check, but if we don't have it, I'll get it to you.
Okay,
Yep.
apologize if I do.
No, that's good. No. And it may have actually been old too. It may have been the one from when they were gonna do some of the work over spring break as well, so.
Okay.
They're gonna change out some of those ventilators over spring break, they didn't, so.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll double check. We'll get it to you. Yep.
Thank you.
Not a problem. Yep.
Any other discussion? Have a motion.
Make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
All those in favor? 6-0.
Okay, next we have the recommendation to approve payment to Tecton for the work they've done in the amount of $25,400, and this is again for the HVAC project. this goes directly to them.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Second.
Those in favor? 6-0.
Next, we have a recommendation to approve out-of-state field trip for the senior class of 2026 going to Kings Island and Mason, Ohio on May 8th. I believe it's a trip they do every year.
I'll make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
All in favor? 6-0.
The next thing you have, I don't think it doesn't require approval, but you have the overtime report. We did have some overtime hours. We had a situation with trying to find coverage for a bus driver and ended up putting us over time a little bit. We have corrected that issue and we think we've solved that, so we shouldn't be in that scenario anymore. So I don't know if you have questions about that at all.
That'll be the first time I've seen actual overtime.
We're working hard to try to keep it under. Yeah. Okay.
Reports and presentations.
Yeah, so we have the privilege and the honor and privilege to have Taylor Meredith here tonight, our assistant principal at the high school. He's been working really hard on High School Teacher Appreciation Fund. I wanted him to come and explain that a little bit and what that looks like, for not only for the board, but for other patrons too out there. There's a chance for them to get involved. So I'll turn it over to you now, Taylor. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, if you guys don't know, or anybody watching don't know, I'm Taylor Meredith, assistant principal here. And again, this fund, I'm presenting it to Southwestern High School Teachers Appreciation Fund. I am more of just a sounding board for the guys that are really creating this and going with it. The guy starting this selfless is a word I'll probably use a lot here because I've struggled to find a better word to describe what he's doing. But he tried to stay anonymous for as long as he could when we introduced this to our teachers. He was still able to do that. And then I think when you do great things like this that are for the community and they're going to have lasting effects, it's hard to stay anonymous. So his name's out there, and I asked him, he said that's okay to let everybody know. But Rex Van Gordon is a former alumni from Southwestern who, again, he wants no credit for this, but he definitely deserves all the credit for this fund that he's creating and helping everybody, wants everybody involved that wants to be involved with. So kind of how it came to be, he sent me, we sent Rosie, and you know, Rosie's great with the Alumni Association. We've had a lot, but she put me in contact with him after he had some questions, and he just hadn't been around in a while. So he was asking class size, teachers, programs we offer, all the different clubs we have and stuff. And then there was a couple questions there at the end around what are the needs of the high school and how can I help? So from the very beginning, again, this person that I didn't know before Rosie put me in contact with him was just, hey, how can I help? So I talked to some teachers, talked to some other people, talked to Dr. Wilkins, answered all his questions, threw some ideas out, and he said, well, I'll be in town in October. I'm going to fly into town. Why don't we meet? So we're on parent-teacher conference time. Dr. Wilkins, myself, and him toured the school, talked a little bit, showed them different things at school and people who haven't been here in a long time come back and everything's new, the library, the art wing, everything. So it's cool to see their reaction. But we just picked up reins, and again, we just gave him feedback on the questions he had, and so it kind of grew into an idea, and then he ran with it from there. We had kind of hit and miss communication with some emails and whatnot. He really started working with the Blue River Community Foundation. Come February, maybe January, we had more Zooms and more concrete stuff. And here is what he came up with, that he's created. This, like I said, it's going to benefit the community for a long time going forward. So it's the Southwestern High School Teacher Appreciation Fund. And what this is every single high school teacher or teacher at the high school building, we're going to 612 next year, so that'll include every single teacher, will get funds distributed to them at the beginning of the year for their classroom to use on whatever they want. You know, we have great teachers that go above and beyond all the time. I think we all know that. And this just kind of primes the pump from the very beginning, knowing that they're going to have this money every year. And the way it's set up is for the next 20 years. So taking us all the way, starting next year, and it'll take us all the way in to 2020 or 2046. So for 20 years, this fund's going to exist. And kind of how you can get involved, like I said, he's selfless. He didn't want this to be him and his gift and his fund. He talked to some classmates. They got all kinds of people involved and going and really wanting this to be a community thing. So he didn't put his name on it. He didn't put his class on it. And he wants to open it up for the community. if you've been on the alumni Facebook page or you saw we posted it or reposted it on our school Facebook account, you can ask alumni. If you're interested, start with kind of a Spartan gift of $200. Obviously, more and less, everything is good to go. But like I said, he didn't want this to be his thing and his class's thing. Talked to Jerry and Faye Petro. He did. I think a lot of people know them. If you don't, Jerry was one of the refs in Hoosiers, the movie Hoosiers, and I feel like I got to say that every time anybody talks about Jerry Petro. So they don't want to be the guy that ruined that. So, but they're great people. They are matching just to get the ball rolling on this and just to get everybody kind of excited that wants to be in and chip in. They're matching every dollar that gets donated to the fund in April. So however much there is on April 30th, they're just going to write that check and match it when that's just, like, this is another example of our alumni that are awesome, being selfless, just giving back. So he set a pretty ambitious goal of trying to get 200,000 in there, and I thought it was. But, you know, the more I thought about it, the more I talked to him, you know, there's 1.6 thousand members the last I checked on the alumni Facebook page. And with the match, you know, if a third of those give that Spartan gift, and that's just kind of done pretty quick. So obviously, just reading the donations, we got plenty of churches and businesses that love to pour in to the school and what we're doing. And this is something that's going to last for a very long time and benefit, you know, everybody. So he has set that out, that pretty ambitious goal. But like I said, it's going to be 20 years. It'll affect every kid that walks into the school, every classroom. 20 years from now, I mean, that's even kids that aren't even born or probably even thought about, parents haven't even met yet, that it's going to affect. So lasts a long time. Some of the details, we're going to post this. Don't feel like you got to write down that long link and all those 22 numbers, but we'll post this on Facebook and stuff. The fund's held at Blue River. All the donations are tax deductible. All these kinds of funds really go through Blue River, all of our scholarships and stuff. That just helps every dollar go to the intended purpose of the fund, no matter kind of who's in charge and whatnot. So you can give online, you can drop off checks there, you can mail them checks. And then the last thing I want to kind of leave with is this is a quote that he put on his first post about this. And I think it kind of just sums it up and brings it together. I mean, that first word, together, is that he deserves all the credit, deserves none. He is making donations to make sure this fund is well towards its goal, all ready to get started. But together, let's build a legacy showing the teachers at our school that their alumni community genuinely appreciate them. It's just been cool to talk to him and talk to alumni about the teachers that made a difference in their lives. You know, I think we can all think of somebody off the top of our head. Try not to leave too many people out, but the ones I hear all the time is Taylor, Miss Berner, Mr. Ferris, Miss Meyer. She was just here the other day, walking around, hanging out. Miss Craig, Bill Golden, John Gord, bus driver was telling me some Bill Golden stories today. Mr. Swift, Duchesne. It goes on, but kind of with this fund, kind of you make donations to honor them, and it's going to help the present teachers like, you know, Mr. Oswald, Mr. Campbell, Miss Faith, these people that do all kinds of things. I look today, the ones our kids talk about all the time. Miss Faith in her first year's ag has taken 44 trips with our kids this year as a first year teacher, just on the weekends, at nights, giving up all kinds of time. And our teachers constantly go above and beyond, and this is just, you know, something that's going to help them and even the future teachers that come after them be excited to teach every year and just have something right there they can depend on every year. So that's all I got for you, but you guys have any questions or anything on that?
Oh, I had something in real quick. Something funny, a funny story. Taylor, we were meeting with Rex. This is back around parent-teacher conferences, and he was excited about walking through the school and everything. We went back to Taylor's office to talk just for a minute, and he looks at me and he says, "But you can go back over to the office if you want." And he was really wanting to talk to Taylor about the stuff, but it was true. He's been awesome. He's been so easy to work with. So it just, the communication he provides, and he's really all in on this. So, and big shout out to Taylor too for working with him on this and getting this kicked off. And it's amazing, pretty amazing. So, sure. Yeah.
I do want to point out, Beth, does the PTO at the elementary still do $200 for the teachers? Okay, because with this being high school only, I don't want people to think that the elementary is getting left out. They have.
Correct.
And so this is great for the high school teachers to also get.
And that's what we've kind of talked about and kicked around. I don't think it's just a Southwestern thing. I think it's generally how schools, elementary PTO is normally pretty strong and have something like that set up. And kind of tethers off by the time we get to high school. So exactly, kind of just something that supplements that at the high school level for sure.
From what I've read, it's guaranteed to go 20 years. But if it is a successful program and funds keep coming in, is it able to be set up that it will continue to go on, or does it have to go through a whole new process again?
I think a lot of that depends on Mr. Van Gordon who set it up. If he wants to change how that is, you can always donate it to it. It's not like that June 30th that they had on there for the goal. That's because at June 30th every year, however much money's in the fund gets ran through a formula, and that determines how much gets distributed. But at the end of 20 years, I don't know, in my mind, I'm thinking maybe this will catch on and be such a cool thing. Maybe there'll be other people in 20 years that set up and make it one of those permanent funds or something like that too. But definitely not something that's capped by any means monetarily or time-wise.
Yeah.
All right, thanks guys.
Yeah, thank
Thank
you.
you, Mr. Mayor. Thank you.
All right, personnel.
Okay, we have one resignation that I'd like to have you approve. Caitlin Clark is handing in her resignation for third grade teacher. This is effective August 1st of 2026 that her resignation will go for.
Make a motion to accept her resignation?
One second.
All those in favor? 6-0.
Okay. Next, recommendation to hire. I want to recommend to hire Eric Akintimi. I think I messed that up. A long-term substitute for chemistry. He actually started on March 23rd. His pay was sub-pay for the first 15 days, and then it goes into what it would be for a first-year teacher. He does have his master's degree, so it would be first-year master's prorated after that. So.
Motion?
Make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
All those in favor? 6-0.
So I also want to add in that with the hire, this makes it to where our students who are in the AP Chem class can receive dual credit. We were worried about that for a while. They will be receiving their dual credit at the end for college credit, so which we're super excited about. So, last of all, I just want to just go through the formality of approving our coaches for the spring here. Some of our spring coaches. These are all returning coaches. We have Leslie Parker doing junior high girls track, Brittany Butterfield doing junior high boys track, Sydney Abbott as the boys varsity golf coach, Brian Eversole is the varsity girls tennis coach, Brett Andrews is the varsity boys track coach, and Kendall Mangrum is the varsity girls track coach.
I'll make a motion to approve.
No second.
All those in favor? 6-0.
I think we move into my portion now, right?
Yep.
Superintendent comments. I don't have a whole lot today. Just want to point out a couple of things. First of all, I want to quick congratulations to John Tyndall and Beth Hale. They completed their work over the last 2 years through the Indiana Principal Leadership Institute, run through Indiana State. They were recognized. Was that last Tuesday? Last Tuesday they were recognized, and just a great thing they've been a part of, learning more about leadership and working there. And also a shout out to our teachers too that were involved. We had Brittany Taylor was involved, and Caleb Tennell, both were involved with helping Beth with her portion. And then we had Matt Campbell and Becky McInerney was helping with Mr. Tyndall with his portion as well. So the staff actually gets involved as well. So just a quick shout out to all those individuals for sacrificing some of their time and effort for just continued leadership. So it's pretty neat. And then the next day after that, we had Southwestern Elementary was recognized as a literacy achievement celebration. So any school in the state of Indiana that had 95% of the kids pass iRead in 2025 or more were recognized at the State House, and we were one of them. We actually were one of 3, I think there were only 3, that had 100% of their kids pass iRead in 2025. So they were recognized there. It's great accomplishment. So we had Mrs. Go was there, Mrs. Hale, Mrs. Thomas, and Mrs. Feesback, all part of that. And they went there, so just want to tell congratulations to them. I was able to attend some of the 4th grade field trip. And that was awesome. I had a great time. The kids were excited. I think it was just a great experience for everyone. Just want to give a quick shout out to Mrs. Barlow, Mrs. Taylor for organizing that and giving these kids that experience. It was well worth it, and I think not only the kids were tired when they came back, but I think our staff members were tired too. And I had the privilege to watch Mrs. Hale scale the rock wall, and what was that? Probably 25 feet up in the air.
I felt like it was like.
At least 100.
Without any type of harness, it was just free fun.
It was just a great time. So a great learning experience. I mean, when I showed up, I think I was watching a group of 4th grade boys that were gathered around the campfire and they're learning about cooking around the campfire. I wouldn't think they would have been that excited about it. And they were all in, and wanted to try the Johnny cakes and try the different seasonings that were involved with natural seasonings that they found. And it was just really cool. So good experience. So, last 2 things. One thing, reminder that the musical is this weekend. Adam's Family. Last night spent some time over watching the rehearsal, and it looks great. So just want to encourage people to go check that out. And then want to thank our board too for moving our board meeting. It was supposed to be last Wednesday, and we moved it to this Wednesday so I could take part in my daughter's something she had going on. So I just want to express appreciation for doing that for me. Meant a lot. So, and that's all I have.
Board member comments? Dan?
No. Thank you, Mr. Meredith, for spearheading that project, and congratulations to the principals and all the teachers that helped. And, being one of 3 schools with 100% literacy, that's amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, that is what it's all about right there, student outcomes, and that's a really good one. So.
Yep.
He stole everything pretty much, so you don't.
You got nothing left.
I got nothing left. Great job, everybody.
Like thank John for getting the Blake didn't have to speak. No further comments. Thank you.
All good here? Thank you guys. Meeting adjourned.
You're gonna get here.